Can you hear it with your ears? Can you see it with your eyes? Can you feel it wiggling between your quivering thighs? That thing with James. Once every millennium something will come along. When you feel it you will know it, 'cause it's coming on strong. That thing with James. Sit back, relax, deep breaths, no stress. Let me come inside your mind. I promise you it won't take long, the change will happen soon. You will feel something so special growing deep within you. That thing with James. That thing with James. That's me. Hello, and welcome to episode 41 of That Thing with James J. Asher II. I'm your host, James J. Asher II. Well, how are you doing? Did you have a good Halloween? Did you dress up? Did you go out? Did you trick or treat? Do you have kids? Did you take them out trick or treating? Do you not have kids? Did you go out and party? Did you just stay home? Do you not celebrate Halloween? If you don't celebrate Halloween, why? That's a bad thing, man. You gotta celebrate Halloween. I had a pretty okay Halloween. This past week's been, it was kind of a downer week, but Halloween turned out to be okay. I went out to Crowbar by myself, dressed up like a sort of a pirate, as much as I could make my pirate outfit work. And I just went there by myself and ran into an acquaintance who I hadn't seen in a few years. And just started talking with this stranger who led a very interesting life. And I stayed there for, 2.5 hours, I'd say. And then I came back, went over to Max's place and talked to him for a little bit. And then I came home, took a shower, warm shower, because it was very cold outside. And then, that's it. That's about it. Today, I don't really have anything to talk about. Well, I'm sure I can think of something to talk about if I really want to, but I just don't really feel like it. I don't feel like giving you the diary. And I almost didn't record this. I was like, man, I'm pretty fucking relaxed today. I finally got caught up on some sleep that I didn't get last week. It was a busy week. Oh, I should tell you, I've mentioned before, when I had Liz and Giselle here on the show, the following Monday, I went to the Austin Art House Film Festival, and I would say it was a success. Quite a few people showed up. I think about maybe 100 showed up, and there was some great films there. I met some interesting people. I met one guy from Sao Paulo, Brazil, who now lives in LA. He's going to design school there, but he's also a filmmaker. And then there was a couple other people from Brazil, and I met a couple from LA. I met a couple from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, and so I met some interesting people, and I met some people I already know, and we just, had a good time, saw some great films. It was a 6-hour event, so it was a marathon, but we made it through it till the end. And the music video I was in the show, and it actually won an award. It won the Jodorowsky Award for the best spiritual film. Now, when I say spiritual, it's not like, it's not like a Judeo-Christian kind of a religious sort of thing. It's just about one's soul. And have you ever heard of Alejandro Jodorowsky? If you haven't, definitely check him out. I think he's originally from Peru, maybe? Somewhere in South America. Very interesting guy. And the first I ever heard of him was, I think like 2013. A young woman I was dating at the time introduced me to this film called The Holy Mountain. And most people who know about Jodorowsky, they know about The Holy Mountain. If you've never heard of it or have never seen it, definitely check it out. Some of the backers for that were the Beatles. I think mainly it was John and George were the backers for it, but it's a very, very, very esoteric film. Not everybody loves it. Emily kind of hates it, but I think she just... I think she needs to watch it another time and maybe, open the heart chakra up a little bit, because this movie is very esoteric. It was made, I think, in the 70s, and it's just about all sorts of shit, man. It's about so much. There's a lot of like tarot, like as in like tarot deck stuff in it. Like there's Romans, there's like frogs killing lizards, and there's like Jesus, there's like obsession, media, mass production products. It's just a massively meta commentary on everything. And it's there's a lot of like Eastern philosophy, a lot of like Buddhism, lots of mysticism in it, and lots of LSD. Lots and lots of LSD. As a matter of fact, there's one scene where the characters are out. They're at the foot of the Holy Mountain, and they're getting ready to purify themselves for the trip up. And so they take some LSD, and legend has it that the actors and the filmmaker, they actually dropped acid for that scene. So when you see them like all tripping out and stuff, they're actually tripping out. Kind of like the acid scene in Easy Rider, when they go to New Orleans, they actually dropped acid for that scene as well. Have you ever seen Easy Rider? It's another great, great, great film. I'm pretty sure that one was in the 60s. And it's just, it's like a linchpin for that countercultural movement. So yeah, 2 movies for you to check out, and they're really, really, really fucking good. The Holy Mountain and Easy Rider. More people have seen Easy Rider than The Holy Mountain, but they're both... You can't really compare the two. They're totally unique products, unique projects. But yeah, check those movies out. I want to watch them now. There was another movie that comes to mind that I saw last year. My agent told me about it. It's called Performance. And it's a trippy one. I still don't know what the fuck is going on, especially at the end. I'm pretty sure it came out late 60s, early 70s maybe. And one of the main characters is not Mitch Hedberg. The singer of the Rolling Stones. Jagger. Mick Jagger. Is that his name? Now I'm like second guessing everything. Mick Jagger? I think it's Mick Jagger, right? I know the last name's Jagger. Well, he's in it, and he's a really fucking good actor. Really fucking good. So that's another movie for you to check out. Performance. If you can't tell, I really like 60s, late 60s, and throughout the 70s and early 80s types of films. A lot of really good, artistically uncompromising films and music, and just generally literature, art. A lot of great art came out of that period. Just uncompromising in its commitment to making true art, as opposed to just making another plastic commodity, you know. But yeah. I was thinking maybe I'm just gonna like jam this episode, maybe play some music, because I just want to play guitar. I was playing it last night, and maybe knock two birds out with one stone or something. Yeah. Because I don't really have anything to talk about that I really feel like talking about. If you have an idea of something like a subject to cover on the show, or if you have like any questions I can answer on the show, like if you need any advice or something, send me an email at ThatThingWithJames@gmail.com. I will get it, because I don't get a lot of emails. I don't have a lot of followers on this show. So if you're watching or listening, you're one of the cool kids, because you know about this thing, because it's a small homemade DIY kind of a show. And I thank you for watching. And one way you could thank me back and maybe help me to save up to get better gear, and maybe buy some time to do more stuff, get some more people on the show for guests. You can donate. You can donate to the show. You can donate like as little as $1 a month. If you want to donate more, you can donate like $5, $10, $25. Fuck. I even have an option where you can donate $15,000 per month, or you can just do like a one-time donation, just sign on, donate, and then sign off again. But yeah, I mean, you could donate $1 if you want. May not be much to you, but it's a lot to me. And the place you can do that is at my Patreon, which is patreon.com/ThatThingWithJames. Patreon.com/ThatThingWithJames. You can show your appreciation for the show, help me out, and I'll help you out by trying to keep you entertained, engaged, and possibly maybe help you learn something new through this show, like the Holy Mountain or performance. Maybe that's the thing that's been missing from your life that you didn't know about until you saw or watched this show. Patreon.com/ThatThingWithJames. And if you are watching or listening to this show, because I've got it both on YouTube and on podcast places, audio podcast places, please subscribe. If you're a listener, please, subscribe to my show and rate and review. If you're on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, please. And, like the videos you like, leave a comment. And for all of you, share the show with your friends. So yeah. And if you want to hit me up, again, send me an email at thatthingwithjames@gmail.com, or you can slide into my DMs on Instagram or Twitter. My handle is @JamesJAsher. I put at least one thing up a week on those places. But yeah. So, yeah, let's, I'm going to play this song. My mom probably won't like this. So, Ma, if you're watching or listening, just maybe skip 6 minutes or so, because you're not going to like this song, because the lyrics are, you don't like some of my lyrics and stuff, it's whatever. I don't try to, I'm not trying to do anything with this, I'm just, whatever comes out. It doesn't mean anything, really. It just comes out and it sounds good to me at the time. So anyway, here's this. I'm going to play this thing. It's called, oh shit, I kicked the mic. It's called Desperation, this song. So here we go. Let's start over. I just fucked up. I knew this was going to happen. Now I fucked up. I got it through. Let me get my fuck ups out. Here we go. Puritanical, mechanical, imperial. Can I employ you to try a sample of our brand new line? Keeps you numb, keeps you coming, keeps you glowing. I'm convinced despite your sedentary lifestyle. It's not heroin, it's not speed, it's not even LSD. It's none of the above, and it's nowhere near as fun. It's called desperation. Incorporated till you fade into the background noise. The world is overpopulating, so we need more toys. 80 hours a week, so won't put shoes on your feet. But we got something to keep you from weeping. It's not cocaine, it's not weed, it's not even ecstasy. It's none of the above, and it's nowhere near as fun. It's called desperation. Once you have a dream about things, could be another way, you know. Oh, fuck, I fucked it up. Let me start over. I'm sorry, guys. Once you have a dream about things, could be another way. Your voice will start cracking, cause you'll just wanna scream. You know what you wanna do, but you don't have the opportunities. While your so-called friends are all out making memories. But all seems so easy when you're born into the right place, when you got the right jeans and shiny, shiny shoes. But you're still at square one, dosing desperation. You're still at square one, dosing desperation. Fly the coop, go abroad, chase a pot of gold. Before you know it, you're growing old. Nearly 40, oh good lordy, will today be the day where you wait for the day like yesterday? You've done all you needed to. Part-time job, serving food, received 1,000,000 rejections. Desperation. Puritanical, mechanical, imperial. Can I employ you to try a sample of a brand new line? Keeps you numb, keeps you coming, keeps you glowing, young and thin, because you can't afford to eat. It's not heroin, it's not speed, it's not even LSD. It's none of the above, and it's nowhere near as fun. I think it's called delusion. Well, that was basically a warm-up. I had a few trip-ups, but that's okay. I'm just going to leave them in there. You know, fuck the impulse to edit that out. I'm just going to leave the trip-ups in there. That was my warm-up. Maybe I should have warmed up before I started doing this, but fuck it. Just a second. I need to drink some water. Actually, I'm going to take a quick break, maybe warm up a little bit, and I'll be right back. I'm back! Let's keep jamming, huh? You know, the whole idea behind this show, really, I was not sober when I thought up this show, but, you know, that's where a lot of great ideas come from for me. I mean, a lot of great ideas come anyway, sober or not, whatever. But the whole idea, you know, I was just, you know, having a good night, hanging out by myself, having a grand old time, and I was like, yeah, I want to do a podcast / YouTube show, and I want it to just be like a hangout. I want it to be like what I do in my own time, you know, sans the nudity and physical manipulation, so to speak. Just the, you know, some of the fun stuff I like to do, just chat, think about stuff, and especially play guitar. So yeah, the whole idea of this show is to just have a hangout sesh. Me with you, me with guests, and you. I mean, you are just as much a part of this show as I am, or any of the guests. Because really, this show doesn't exist without you. This show, for me, exists within the vacuum of the moments in which I am making it, editing it, and putting it out there, and maybe going back and watching some stuff to review things. So, as with any art, really, you, the audience, are always the missing ingredient. You are the essential ingredient to art. The audience. So, kudos to you for sticking around and hanging out with me. So let's keep hanging out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And I think that's great. I love it. I love the days when I actually feel really comfortable not having a plan. A lot of times I don't have a plan, and it makes me feel kind of anxious because I'm like, I'm fucking wasting my time or something. But today I just felt like I am just doing nothing with purpose, intention and purpose, will. And, it may seem like doing nothing at first, but in retrospect, when you go back and, for me at least, if I'm not just sitting in front of a TV or something, if I go back and look on the days that I felt like I did nothing, but really I was like playing guitar or writing in my journal or something. Because that's kind of how I get off. That's how I like to spend my time. That's my drive. Some birds of flight, they want to fly. Fish want to swim. James Jackson Asher II wants to screw around and play. And out of that comes stuff. It's like giving birth. I like to fuck the moment, have sex with the moment, the unknown, the unpredictable, the unexpected, explore the unknown of every moment. That's the ideal, at least. And then maybe something great will come out of it, like a song or something, or a podcast. Anyway, enough jerking off. Let's play some more tunes, huh? I love that. That's one of my warm-ups that I like to do. Let's see here. Ooh, I want to play this. This song's been incomplete since this past spring. I wrote this in March. A few days, I think, before St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, I haven't gotten around to finishing it, but I've got like the last part of it. So here's the finale of the incomplete song, which is untitled. Go outside and look at all the pretty yards. That's a happy family, a baby and 2 dogs. Someday I hope I have a yard to play in, but I don't see that day coming any year soon. You locked yourself inside, you're homesick for somewhere you've never been. What's the word for that feeling? but you gotta go outside, because things won't change if things don't change, and things won't change if things don't change. Get out of your head. Now, a lot of my songs, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, a lot of my songs they're kind of, they can be a bit sad, a bit depressing, and that's not really on purpose. I don't know why it happens. I just sit down and start playing something. I sit down and come up with some lyrics, and more often than not, it's a little dark, it's a little sad, and I don't know why. You know, I've tried to make happy songs, and I do. I do make silly, happy songs. You know, it's a sort of an impromptu sort of thing. It's always spontaneous. That's where a lot of my music comes from, is just spontaneity. That or me trying to figure out another song, because I play by ear mostly, unless I want to look up tabs for something. I can read tabs, but most of the time I just play by ear, and through that, through a mistake and trying to find another song, or through inspiration by trying to play another song, I will find my own song in that. And growing up, I played guitar. My parents bought me this guitar when I was 17 or 18. I think 17. This very one. And I taught myself. I was telling Emily last night, I was listening to Jimi Hendrix when she came home from work, and I told her, Jimi Hendrix is the artist who made me want to learn how to play guitar. And then Kurt Cobain of Nirvana was the one who taught me that I could play guitar. So I learned a lot just through Nirvana songs. I'm a self-taught guitar player. And that is not to discount some things I've learned from friends who taught me stuff, but it's only been a few times that's happened. I'm totally self-taught. So I can't really shred. I don't know the names of all the chords, the ABC, which is crazy because I was in marching and concert band for so fucking long, years and years. You would think I would know, Face, Every Good Boy, Deserves Fudge, or whatever, all that shit, and a lot of music theory. I didn't. When I played trumpet, it was by ear. It's just how I work, I guess. It's how it's my natural bent. But when I was learning guitar, my parents, especially my mom, would say, play one of your songs for me, and I would play one of the songs, and she was like, Why do your songs have to be so depressing? Can't you play something happy? And I'm like, well, Ma, and Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to call your ass out. I'm just trying to, I'm just sharing my experience. And, I can make happy songs. And like I said, they're usually just silly, impromptu sorts of things. But more often than not, when I sit down and really knock out a song, it can be just sort of a downer song. So yeah, it's not intentional. It's just what comes out of me. I guess it's a cathartic exercise for me. And hopefully it's art that, music that sounds somewhat good, hopefully. And maybe it's something that people can, get behind, maybe some feelings and themes that someone can relate to. Let me play this one song I haven't played in quite a while. So let's see if I can remember it. This is not the happiest song either. So here we go. All right. If I fuck this up, then I will try not to, judge myself too harshly. It's been a while. I just might have been dressing you, and who knows, I just might have regretting you. Let me see. And who knows, I just might have. Oh, here. And who knows, I just might have. Let's get back into this. We're expecting the worst. Is this a birth or a curse? If I could just reverse everything, well, I don't know, I might be jumping the gun. The blood is yet to come. We're hanging in a half moon, waiting for the new. We're hanging in a half moon, waiting for the new. We're hanging in a half moon, waiting for the new. How does this go? All right, here we go. No matter how much you plan, things will never end the way you thought they would. You better get used to that, man. Loosen up, tight noose, what's the use? You lose yourself to thought abuse. Control the future, you can't do the outcomes with or without you. I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be right back. Okay. So that's like the ultimate downer song, huh? I was during a very scary couple of weeks. Let's see here. Tinkering around. That's a hard chord. Hardcore chord. Let's see this. On an open sea, frog leg comes swimming up to me, and I eat the frogs. Crystal brand hot sauce hush puppies. Yeah, rice and beans, my dirty rice and beans. Eat like a bayou, eat with the Creole seasoned in. That's how I like it in New Orleans. Ooh! Yeah, that's an original. If you lose your money, great God, don't lose your mind. Boom, boom, boom. If you lose your money, great God, don't lose your mind. That's all I know of that song. That was that's something Bennett taught me. Yeah. came up with that. I don't have any lyrics for that one. Let's try to make something up, huh? Okay. Rice pudding on my plate, applesauce on my pork chops made, chicken and waffles, my friend. What's for breakfast? Leftover dinner. What's for dinner? My leftover breakfast. Applesauce. Applesauce. Welcome to the place where people don't return from. It's on the outside edge of town, just past the dusty old railroad station. Ain't nobody been there for 2 decades. But if you go there on a full moon at midnight, you'll see glowing eyes staring out at you through the overturned, empty railroad cars. 5 bodies were found there last Tuesday. Drifters with no history. Fingers gone, teeth gone, nothing to identify them with. No DNA on record. It's a complete mystery how they got there, who they are, or why they're dead. It's my job to investigate, to come up with a solution to the question: who left these weird tracks? None of them are human. Footprints on the mud, dried. These prints are unrecognizable. Left by no animal, left by no man, nor machine that we know of. It's a complete mystery. It's my job to figure it out before more disaster befalls this dusty old town. If I can figure it out before I lose my mind, that would be really nice. Every night that passes by where I don't have an answer to this mystery, I feel like reality is slipping away from me. what's real. All right, I'm done. That's the episode. See you next week.